Like, even if you didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
It's a warm welcome to our watch along of the Super Falcons return game against Ethiopia ladies. It's the Paris 2024 Olympics qualifiers. And don't forget, the Super Falcons played a 1-1 draw with the Ethiopians in the first leg. It's a watch along on Premier Sports Fan Center, and we promise to give you analysis on the commentaries of the game as it's going down at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. I'm not alone in the studio, as I have with me Solomon. Good afternoon, Solomon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Another beautiful day to talk about the Super Falcons. We saw the match in Ethiopia. It was a very tight one. Against all expectation, the Ethiopians were able to hold the Super Falcons, to a 1-1 draw. And here in Abuja, the Moshood Abiola Stadium, we expect the Super Falcons to respond seemingly, by defeating the Ethiopians, because for long now the Super Falcons have not been in the Olympics. I think this is the fourth one Olympics they're missing right now. So if they miss it this time around, it will be too bad for the Super Falcons, as big as they are ranked #1 in Africa and missing the Olympics, consecutively up to 4 times. I think it does not sound well with the Super Falcons. So,
we have to agree on something. It's that football is actually growing in Africa right now. And there's no more minors when it comes to female football. You have to look at the teams like Morocco female team. They did well at the last World Cup. We have South Africa. We have Cameroon, Ghana. A lot of African teams are actually doing very well now. We saw Zambia exploit at the World Cup, though they were not up to that task, but they gave a good account of themselves. So, it's not every time we're actually going to competition right now and win. So we have to give it to African teams that are also up in the game. And it's just about our girls and the NFF to actually do things right so they can also up the game. We gave a good account of ourselves at the World Cup, getting to the second round and going quarterfinal, if I'm not mistaken, and being
first round.
Yeah, first round, and we lost out to English ladies, who were actually very good at the World Cup. So let's see if this return leg against Ethiopia will be going our girls' way. There's very much to see, and Nigeria are actually having a better share of ball possession in this encounter. So let's see what the girls will bring into this encounter. And it's a goal kick to Ethiopia, and they'll be playing from their own half of the stadium right now and trying to play against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But the Super Falcons of Nigeria have gotten back into possession of the ball and are attacking very dearly right now with this big chance for the first goal for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But that was easily caught out by the Ethiopians, and to be going out for a goal, for an easy pick up there from the Ethiopian goalkeeper. Let's look at the first 10 minutes of this game. It has actually been the Super Falcons of Nigeria playing everything because they are the one at home. Though it might be an empty stadium, but who plays football on Tuesday? You don't really expect everybody to come out on Tuesday to watch football in a country like Nigeria. But let's see what the girls can actually do in this game. Maybe they can actually bring out that result, because it's very much important they go to the Olympics, since the male team won't be playing in the Olympics.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes has been exciting football. One thing I give the Ethiopians is that they're not showing any respect to the Super Falcons. they believe they can win even in Abuja, and they came with their heads up. Up and now 10 minutes into the match, no goal yet, and you can see the fighting spirit with the Ethiopians. They are also trying to get a goal against the Super Falcons, and the Super Falcons, although they've been putting pressure on the Ethiopians, attacking them from both right and the left wing, and even through the midfield. And we saw a point even when the goalkeeper of the Ethiopians was injured, due to pressure. And the Super Falcons trying to score. And what will surprise us is in the Abuja Stadium, a capacity of 60,000, stadium. You can only get we are only getting 11,406 spectators right now, but it's gradually increasing. It's gradually increasing, and that's one of the reasons why I say sometimes I used to believe that the Uyo Stadium, the Akwa Ibom Stadium, sometimes it favors it favors the Super Falcons because it favors the Super Eagles.
A very good chance for Ethiopia there, but that's Obi going out for a goal kick to the Super Falcons in the 11th minute. Very chance there for the Ethiopians, but the goalkeeper for Nigeria was easily gathered that out for the Super Falcons, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Nigerian girls. Or you can continue.
Right. So today you can see the 11,400 spectators right now in a capacity of 60,000. Does not tell well of Abuja. We know, and we have been observing that. We've been seeing that in the previous matches. Sometimes we don't get full. You don't even get half of the capacity. To check the Super Falcons to victory. But I'm very sure you get that in Lagos. You get that in Akwa Ibom.
But we have to also talk about it. Like, this game is being played on a Tuesday, and 4 p.m. on Tuesday. This is about the time Nigerians are just getting out of office. And this is Abuja. We know it's not really a settlement.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why you will not take it there. Because one, it's a capital.
And that's a good chance for the Super Falcons to go up in this encounter. And it's the Nigerians who are out there with a crossing with a bigger chance for a first goal. But that was easily dealt out there and being pushed out of the box. And still Nigeria who are controlling that possession right there. But that is eventually going out for a goal kick to Ethiopia. And we can see Nigerians in the stadium having fun there. There are a lot of people in the stadium. Let's go straight to the starting 11. Is the favorite goalkeeper talking about Chiamaka Nnadozie starting in goal post. There's Deme in defense, Akudo, Imoren, and Alozie. While in midfield we have Efe Ajibade is the captain today. Tony Payne, Kanu, Onumolu, and Oshuala starting today. It looks like one of the strongest Super Falcons starting 11 for the girls. You'll see them bringing their A game into this encounter. Yeah,
I think this is a similar squad used in Ethiopia. We saw this very squad, and we saw Oshuala still struggling to record a goal in a very long time for how many matches now played for the Super Eagles. She has not scored. Apart from the last time she scored was in the World Cup, I think. Against Australia. Yeah. Against Australia. That was the last time she scored. Since then, she has been struggling to score. And the Payne and the rest of them, Chiamaka, they have been consistent. And we can see Alozie too. She has been consistent. She was there in Ethiopia, the match they played in Ethiopia. And she really gave good account of herself. And what we are hoping here is just a victory, maximum 3 points, so that they can go to the next stage of the Olympic qualifier. Okay, you can hear that from Solomon. It's 18 minutes into this encounter, and it's still the Super Falcons of Nigeria 0, Ethiopia 0. 16 minutes into this encounter. But look at the 16 minutes being played already. How are you going to rate the performance of the Super Falcons against the Ethiopians? The Ethiopians are currently attacking the Super Falcons right now, but we've been able to cut that out, and the ball has been played in the midfield. Ethiopians has an infringement there, and it's going to be a free kick to Ethiopia in the 16th minute of this encounter. Still Nigeria 0, Ethiopia 0. The Super Falcons, they are always a slow starter. Most of the games they play, we saw that in the World Cup. We saw that in Ethiopia. Ethiopia got an early goal against them. 5 minutes into the match, they got a goal. And the Super Falcons came back in the second half to dominate the play. They got their goal in the 52nd minute. And here, we know they are a slow starter, but one thing I want to complain about right now is their link-up play. To me, the Ethiopia should be an underdog to the Super Falcons. There's a good chance for Ethiopia. We're shots here, but that's only Trentley Nnadozie in Nigeria goal post, and that is going to be a goal kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We've seen 2 straight chances for Ethiopia
to go ahead in this encounter, but both of them have been wasted by the Ethiopians ladies, and you have to give it to them how much they've come out against the Super Falcons to play against, the #1 rated team in Africa. Let's see if they can also get a goal in this encounter against the run of play.
Yeah, it is possible if they continue to play, if they continue to pressurize the Super Falcons. The defense of the Super Falcons, we're under Wardrop. Right now, Wardrop is still missing. We were expecting him.
He's not there today.
We're expecting him in this encounter because he was missing in the last match, and according to him, he was going to be in this match in Abuja. But right now, it's still Justice Magbudu that is still, captaining, piloting the team right now. And we saw his own tactics, his defensive way of playing, his approach.
He has a good transfer, Super Falcons, right from left to right and into the box, but that was cleared out by Ethiopia, and it's Ethiopia who have cleared off the line, and they'll be looking to turn it defense into attack right now, but Nigerian ladies have won that back with this bit of chance for a first goal for the Super Falcons, very cross in from the Super Falcons. That was easily cut out by Ethiopia, and finally being cut out by Ethiopian defenders. And we can see it has actually been, it hasn't been easy for the Super Falcons. They've tried, cutting in from the right wing, trying to make crosses into the box, but the Ethiopians have actually been cutting all those chances out for the Super Falcons. It hasn't really worked as they wanted to work in this game.
Yeah, one thing about the Ethiopians right now, what I'm seeing, they are so comfortable, they are so relaxed, and they look more flexible than the Super Falcons. They easily twist from wing to wing, and there's this flexibility you saw in the midfield. We saw even in the defense, they are relaxed. And anytime the Super Falcons are with the ball, they are all men behind the ball. And it becomes so difficult for the Super Falcons to penetrate. They have no option. After struggling to penetrate the defense, they will have to go back to try to start up again. So if the Super Falcons have to be in their A game to bring the defense of the Ethiopians, otherwise I will continue to talk like this, and if 90 minutes, it will be goalless. Okay,
let's say after 90 minutes, it's going to be goalless. We are currently in the 19th minute of that encounter. It's still Nigeria 0, Ethiopia 0. Inado's here with the ball right now. And we saw her in the Champions League qualifiers. She actually gave a good account of herself for Paris FC. And there were calls that why didn't she make it down to the top 3 female goalkeeper of the year for FIFA best 3 goalkeepers of the year. But let's see what happens. And she'll be facing off against Chelsea in the group stage of the Champions League. I really want to fancy that, seeing her line up against Laura James and the Sam Kells of this world.
Yeah. Nice to tell you how she has grown in goalkeeping. She's becoming an household name. She's becoming a well-known name for her brilliance and her saves. Most especially when it comes to penalty, she has been, doing very well in that area. And she helped Paris FC to win against Wolfsburg and to win against Arsenal and against Wolfsburg. Due to her brilliance. And she continues like this, good for her. Who knows? She will be named maybe in the next best goalkeeper, but this one has gone. This one has passed now.
Okay, that is over. You don't fight over your spill milk. Let's see if she can actually give a good account of herself in the Champions League. It's the Super Falcons who are trying to get the first goal right there at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Sorry for that. I was almost spelling that name. Back to the encounter. It's a throw into Ethiopia deep in their half. It's a throw into the Super Falcons deep into Ethiopia half, and they'll be taking that very close to the Ethiopians right now, but the Ethiopians were able to clear their lines against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It has really been a dicey game in the first 20 minutes of this encounter. Back with the Super Falcons, and they're trying to call out the Ethiopians. And played within the midfield right now is still ball being played with in the field of the Super Falcons. And here's an attacking threat for the Super Falcons right from the right into the box with a beautiful chance for the first goal. But that was easily caught out. It's going to be another goal kick to the Ethiopians. Not really much to talk about in this encounter. It has actually been an interesting, dicey end-to-end games, between both teams. Both teams are actually not scared of each other. They're taking the attacking threat to each other in this encounter.
Yeah, they're taking their threat. That's one of the reasons why I said the Super Falcons' days of dominance is gradually fading off.
And is it a bad thing or it's a good thing to African football?
Well, it's a good thing to African football. It's just that a lot of African countries are actually waking up. Not like those days when the Super Falcons dominate everybody. And right now, we saw 4 representatives at the World Cup: Morocco, Zambia, South Africa, and the Super Falcons. And this is Ethiopia today playing like a team that has been in the World Cup before, and they are ready to go. They are ready to qualify for the Olympics. And who knows other countries who are actually coming up too. So that is one of the reasons. But the thing is that the Super Falcons have already made their names 9 times, and before any country can come close to winning the AFCON 9 times, man, they have to sweat from their back.
Don't forget, Nigerians are 9 times African champions. Talking about the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but they are yet to win an Olympic title. Neither have they won the World Cup, so we might just call it the local champion, as we love calling them. But let's see if they can up the game, because the competition for places in Africa is really tough right now. And when the competition gets tougher, it can only spoil your team or spoil the other nations to get better. And right now it's Ethiopia who are currently attacking against the Super Falcons, but there is no Ethiopian lady up front there to meet onto that. And the ball is being played back to Nadoze, who looks forward to a defender and give her to pass there. It's the Super Falcons who are playing from back to attack right now. That is one of the favorite players on everybody's lips, talking about the young Super Falcons right back. And it's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who are currently attacking right now and trying to push all one deep into the Ethiopians half. Looking at the way Ethiopia are currently playing against the Super Falcons, they're playing a conservative football, defend together and attack together. It's a mass defensive and mass attack play. How much do you think they can actually soak this pressure against the Super Falcons before they concede a goal in this game?
It's a very brilliant tactics. Knowing fully well, these guys are bigger than you, and the tactics is soak all the pressure, frustrate the Super Falcons, and hit them on the counter when they will least expect. And that is what they have been playing. And a chance for Super Falcons.
With that very first goal for Super Falcons, but easily caught out again by the Ethiopians there. Let's see, it's 24th minute already in this encounter. It's Ethiopia who are currently turning the defense into attack right now. Look at how much they've actually caught the Super Falcons pull out. How much pull out do you think the Super Falcons need to do? Or do you think they need to change pattern right now, since the pulling out is not working for the girls?
Well, they need to change pattern. They need to change pattern. One thing, the Super Falcon, accuracy when it comes to passes, and they need to have short passes to defeat this. A chance and one-on-one.
First chance, and that should be a penalty. Let's see if that will be a penalty for the Super Falcons.
That should be a penalty.
It's looking like a good catch, a good save for the goalkeeper, and that looks like it's done Azizat Oshoala there. She should be scoring that with all her experience. She had a very good chance one-on-one with the Ethiopian goalkeeper. But fortunately, she couldn't take her time. There's no VR yet today. So the referee already awarded that as a good save for the goalkeeper. Good one for the goalkeeper, but bad one from the Nigerian, talking about from Azizat Oshoala. I think she should be doing better there.
Looking at that, it should be a penalty situation, because there was a contact. Oshoala was with the ball, trying to move to the right side. She dived, she contacted her foot, she went down. To me, I'm seeing a penalty here, but there's no VAR to confirm that. And the goalkeeper just want to play smart, and you can see her down, and you can see the medical team.
Okay, that's no VAR chance, and that was one of the first clear chances for the Super Falcons in this encounter, but that was lost there by Azizat Oshoala. 27th minute gone in this encounter. The Ethiopian goalkeeper is currently down and receiving treatment. While she's receiving treatment, let's talk about the first 27 minutes we've seen in this game. How are you going to rate both teams' efforts?
The first 27 minutes has been good, but there's no goal to show for it. The Super Falcons need to up their game and their striking power to actually get a goal against the Ethiopians. Because right now, like I said before, whenever they are not with the ball, they are all behind the ball. Whenever they are not with the ball, they are all behind the ball. And so the Super Falcons have a lot to do. They have to be in their 8th game to break the defense of the Ethiopians. Otherwise, they will just frustrate the Super Falcons, and wait for a counter, or probably wait for a penalty kick against the Super Falcons, because there must be a winner here today, right?
Yeah, there must be a winner here today if they are sure they want to make it to the next round of qualifiers for the 2024 Paris Olympics. No early breakthrough yet for it at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, as it's still Nigeria 0, Ethiopia 0. The Ethiopian goalkeeper is receiving treatment, and this is one thing we talk about, time wasting, because I don't really see how that was actually a big contact on her from that contact between her and Oshoala. So we might actually be having a big number additional time at the end of the first half. Probably they are looking at it that if they can push on at 0-0, they can take this game into extra time, if there'll be extra times.
Yeah, that is what they'll be hoping at. And while looking at it, this is not the first time the goalkeeper went down. This is the second time. I think the first time he went down, I think it was attended to, and a lot of minutes was spent, like 3 minutes was spent on attending to her. And now she have won another, like 2 to 3 minutes again. You know, everybody still stands still waiting for her. So, and I don't know what they want to achieve with that, because to me, there was no proper contact on her. There was no contact on her at all. You know, she just went down. You know, after the referee, blew, there was no penalty. She just went down on her.
And she's back on the pitch right now, and she'll be looking forward to restart this game in the 28th minutes. We still have about 10 more minutes to go in this encounter, looking at plus additional time. If we have like 3 minutes to go, 3 more minutes additional time, so that will leave us with about 10 minutes to go in the second half. Do you actually? Oh, that's about 10 minutes. We still have about 15 more minutes to go. Sorry, minimum of 15 more minutes to go in regulation time. Do you see the Super Falcons getting a first half win in this encounter?
Well, if they up their game, I think they can get a goal here if they kind of try to bring more power into their attack. Right now, it is too soft. What they are doing to the Ethiopia is just like on training ground. This is match. You want to go to the Olympic. I remember what the NFF said. He told you, when they were addressing the Super Falcons, what they told them, say, "Hey guys, for long now you have not been in the Olympics. This is the 4th Olympic that has passed the Super Falcons by."
Here's a corner kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Will this be a chance for the first goal in the 30th minute of this encounter? And it's Nigeria taking a corner kick right from the right wing, and that is an in-swinger with a very first goal for the Super Falcons. But no, that's Obi going out for a goal kick to the Ethiopians. Very good chance for the Super Falcons, but they couldn't take that chance.
Yeah, they couldn't take that chance. It was a good corner kick and a good header, but it went wide away from the goal post. So it's a good attempt. More of that to the Super Falcons. And the Super Falcons, when you talk about height, they have height more than the Ethiopians. The Ethiopians, they are smaller, they are smarter, they are faster. About the Super Falcons, they are bigger, they are more experienced than the Ethiopians. So they have to use their experience against the Ethiopians. Come against them, from both wings and also from the midfield also against the Ethiopians. They are not too experienced enough, but they just, they are just using tactical, defensive tactics to hold the Super Falcons to a goalless situation up to now.
I guess the goalless in the game between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Ethiopia in the 30th minutes, but the Super Falcons have the better share of ball possession. But it's not really about you dominating ball possession. It's important you score a goal. Don't forget they went a goal down very early in the first leg against Ethiopia, right there in Ethiopia. But they've actually maintained it today. They've not considered a goal in 30 minutes, which is actually good for the girls. Let's see if this first half Nigeria will be getting the first goal or more than one goal in this first half is very much important. They're going into the break, with a goal, because Ethiopia will be coming back in the second half to see if they can also get one against the run of play, which will actually be very much dangerous for the Super Falcons. It's a free kick to Ethiopia in a very dangerous position and very close to the Nigerian box 18, and they'll fancy this chance for a first goal against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Don't you think the Ethiopians are actually going down so soft?
Yeah, so soft, so corny. This is what they actually planned. They actually want to put the Super Falcons in this. They are not in haste. They are not rushing. They're just taking time. Gradually. Before you know what is happening. But though they have not actually had any shot on goal. But they have made a lot of attempts. Against the Super Falcons. So with these tactics they are playing, to me, it is so dangerous that the Super Falcons need to wake up. Now look at the position of this free kick. It's a very dangerous situation, whereby a set piece taker will actually finish it up, and no goalkeeper can be able to save it.
Okay, let's see what Ethiopia makes out of this. The free kick to the Ethiopians, ladies, and we can see their number 10 looking forward to take that penalty with this bit of free kick. With this bit the first real chance for Ethiopia. With this bit the first goal in this encounter in the 30th minute. Let's see where that ball is going to sail into. Is it going to sail to the back of the net, or will it be sailing wide off the Nigerian goalpost? Nadozie is the goalpost there, and she's looking very comfortable against the Ethiopians. Let's see if she'll be able to save that for Nigeria, or Nigeria will consider the first goal. The referee is still talking to the wall there, and let's see what happens in a moment from now. Are you expecting a goal from this free kick?
This is a very dangerous situation. Let's see what the wall does. And she stepped back, about to take it now. And you can see some of the Ethiopians even trying to destroy the wall of the Super Falcons. And a brilliant set piece taker, a free kick taker, we end this with a goal. Let's see what happens in this situation right now.
It's the 31st minute of this encounter, and the Ethiopians will finally be taking the free kick right now. Very good one, but that was an easy catch for Nadozie as went straight into the arms of the Super Falcons goalkeeper. Will be fast forward, playing it straight into attack. Kanu on the ball there, and she'll be going back into midfield. It's actually been a dicey game, but looking at the free kick, that was a well-taken one, but straight into the hand of Nadozie. No, there was nothing. There was no. That wasn't really hard for her to actually gather.
Yeah. That was a brilliant free kick, but there was no power behind the ball. So, and that was why it was so easy for Chiamaka Nadozie to just have one catch on it, without even a rebound. Just caught it once. And you can see Super Falcons attacking.
It's 32 minutes gone in this encounter. Another chance for the Super Falcons. And they are into the box. There should be a penalty to the Super Falcons, but that was cleared out by the Ethiopians. But the referee is not having any of that. But I feel like that should have been a penalty awarded to the Super Falcons right here. 2 questionable offenses in this game already. Decisions in this game already. It has to go down to, not having VAR yet in this game. And we have to ask ourselves the questions, why is there no VAR check? Or why is there no VAR present in this encounter?
Sometimes I begin to wonder whether, Africans, they actually want to play football. Because the world has left African behind. And the Africans, it's not like they don't have, CAF and other, regulatory bodies that normally, things like this, you need to provide such things. Because now, to me, there are 2 clear penalties here that the referee has refused to award to the Super Falcons. And I don't know our reasons why. And with the VAR, you'll be able to detect, the moves. I saw the first one, it was clear. I think we are expecting a reshow here, and so that we can actually judge the situation.
Okay, we're waiting for that reshow to see, and that is Ajibade on the ball right there. She finds Alozie, who goes back into the midfield and finds Tony Payne, and who has lost that out and is going to go out for a throw-in to Ethiopia in the 32nd minute of this encounter. Lot of beautiful moments in this encounter. Nigeria have had a lot of chances to score. Same thing goes to the Ethiopians, who have seen a lot of chances to score in this encounter, but they've not taken their chances. You can be a part of this conversation by dropping your chat or by dropping your message in our live chats, and we promise to read it out. It's our Watch Along program on Premier Sports Fan Center, where we'll give you commentaries of the games as it's going around the world. And today we are giving you the game between Nigeria and Ethiopia. It's the second leg, the return leg for the 2024 Paris Olympics qualifiers. And don't forget the male Super Eagles, talking about the dream team, the under-23 won't be playing in the 2024 Olympics. So all hopes for football lies on the girls today. And let's see if the Super Falcons will also be making a return to the Olympics, because they've actually missed a lot of Olympics, which is actually bad for the team, and not just the team, Nigeria also. The last Olympics, we didn't have any representatives in football, both male and female. And here's a good chance for Ethiopia. It's 2 against 3 right now, and they'll take in the fancy 1-2, and they go straight into the right position of the Super Falcons, and they'll fancy a cross, but that is easily caught out by the Super Falcons, who will be playing within himself in defense right there. And it's Domain who finally caught that out for the Super Falcons, and straight into the midfield from the goalkeeper. But that was easily caught out by the Ethiopians into the hands of Asisat Oshoala, the Barcelona female forward. And she goes back into midfield and finds Tony Payne, who goes straight back into the midfield to find a midfield partner. It's Nigeria who are currently gaining momentum. It's the captain of tonight, as Rasheedat Ajibade, who finds Alozie on the right side of the Super Falcons. The fast taking one into the box there. Rasheedat Ajibade is on the ball right now. She goes for a cross out there, but there's nobody, and into the hands of Asisat Oshoala, who finds Tony Payne. Very short there from the Super Falcons, but easily blocked out there by the Ethiopians ladies. And it's still the Super Falcons asking all the questions. But the goals are not going to come out. The Ethiopians are defending in 3 and 4s against the Super Falcons, which is making it hard for the girls to actually break through the Ethiopians. Ethiopians has an attack right now, and it's on the right side of the Super Falcons, back into the midfield, and they're currently playing well. Chance for Ethiopia there, but that was easily cut out. And would that be a free kick against Nigeria? The referee is not having any of that, and he still playing on.
Yeah,
as the Super Falcons are back into the other half of the field. And let's see how many. It's 4 against 3 there, 4 Ethiopians against 3 Super Falcons, and it's Alozie who goes in with a cross there, where another there down into the Super Falcons, but nobody there to attack that.
And
it was easily flagged off as an offside against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. 1 or 2 minutes of play from the girls, they actually went all out there against Ethiopia.
Yeah, they actually went out against the God. So something the Nigerians need to watch the number 11 of the Ethiopians. She's a dangerous species in that that position. Against Alozie, we've seen 2 occasions she easily beat Alozie, dribbled her, and almost walk away. But the support she got was what actually saved that situation. So I think if the Super Falcons continue to, because Alozie, she's one normally overlaps, leave at the right wing, right back, and she sometimes come forward. I know. And see that in number 11, she's a very dangerous species there. The Super Falcons need to watch her very well. Otherwise, she's going to cause a lot of damage in the defense of the Super Falcons.
It's goal kick to Ethiopia right now, and they're looking forward to see if they can actually attack against the Super Eagles. But Super Falcons, sorry, but that was easily caught out by the Super Falcons. Will be turning defensive into attack right now on the left there. It's where a chance for Super Falcons is going deep into the Ethiopians is Azizat Oshuala on the ball. Oh, that was caught out, and it's going to be a goal kick to Ethiopia. I'll go straight to the live chat we have on Adeyemi Afolayan. Good job, guys, routing for the Super Falcons all the way, but still 0-0 right now. And we also have Mary Olugbodi. The Super Falcons are trying their best, but the Nigeria NFF are not strengthening the girls and are not being encouraged. So what do you expect if they don't put effort in the match? Wow, that's actually a big call, but
every Nigerians know what the NFF can do, and when it comes, most times, they politicize it, and that's why it's not much effective like as it should be. The love of the game is not there, but just the love of the politics, and a lot of people make a lot of things out of it. And we lovers of football, we know, because we watch, a lot of Nigerians watch what is happening outside the shores. Even in South Africa here, they watch their league.
So the quality
we see the quality, we see the difference.
It reminds me of the FIFA Women's World Cup final, the game between England and Spain. You look at the quality of play, you look at how much they took that game to each other. It was just like we were watching a male team football. Yeah. That is the quality, and that is why Africa still keep on lacking behind. And we talked about that during the World Cup of how much it's important for African football federations to actually work on the female team and improve the quality of play. Let's see what happens at the end of this encounter. Probably NFF will be spending a lot of money on the girls because it's needed, because they have actually looked like our best prospects on the world stage. And it's another corner kick to the Super Falcons in the 40th minute of this encounter. 5 more minutes to go in the first half. 5 more minutes to see if the Super Falcons of Nigeria can get that first goal in this encounter. We're still 0-0 in the 40th minute. 40 minutes gone. It's still been a goalless draw.
The Super Falcons should realize the emergency of this game. You hold the Ethiopians. If the Ethiopian hold you to second half, it may be difficult for them to come back. You understand what I'm saying? It may be difficult for them to come back. So the emergence of this game, they should take it seriously for a goal. At least a goal in the first half will calm the nerve. And we want to bring the Ethiopians out. They want to come and play. We want to come and equalize. And the Super Falcons can use that against them. But right now, you see what is happening. Once the ball is not in the hand of the Ethiopians, they are all behind the ball. The moment they lose the ball, they all fall back. And it's a very dangerous situation for the Super Falcons.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous situation for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, as Ethiopia has a goal kick right now. But that was easily cut out by the Super Falcons. You have to give it to the Super Falcons midfield. They've actually played very well in this encounter. It's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who have finally lost that, but won that back. But there's an infringement, and it's going to be a free kick to Ethiopia in their half of this field. 0-0, 41st minute already. It's still 0-0 between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Ethiopians ladies. It shows how much football has improved in Africa, though I'm not fully impressed with the play of the Super Falcons. I don't have to lie about that.
Of course, a lot of factors are affecting the Super Falcons. We saw them in the World Cup, even after protesting of their bonuses and other things. Even after the World Cup, a lot of Nigerians were expecting that immediately they were going to pay, their money was going to be paid. It took a lot of protests.
Yes, the chance for Super Falcons is 2-1. There, this should be a chance for the first goal for the Super Falcons, but they lost that out. You have to look at it. There was a lot of chance there, a lot of minutes. You had your teammate there for you to pass. It was just 2-1, but she took a lot of time on the ball there, and unfortunately, That will be the opener for the Super Falcons as Nigeria back in play and dominating right now towards the end of this encounter. Probably they've sensed the urgency to get a goal. Azizato Shuala on the ball. She goes back to Dumein, who goes in for a crossing there. Where a chance for a Super Falcons, but that was easily cut out by Kanu. And she goes back into infield, who goes straight. Oh, that might just be going out for a goal kick, or for a throwing, but easily won back by the Super Falcons, who are looking to get a late lead in this encounter. Where a chance there for Kanu, and she calls one out into the box, and a good pull down by the Super Falcons, but that will still be threatening. Azizato Shuala on the ball there. She finally lost that for a corner kick. It's finally being given out as a goal kick. Looking at Azizato Shuala, she has actually grown into this game towards the dying embers of this first half, though not go to actually show for the good play she has actually done in this game. We have another Ethiopian player down. It might take us like 3 minutes to actually treat her again because of the waste a lot of time. I don't know why they are with any small contacts. They are on the feet, waiting for their medical team to come over there to check them. It's still 0-0 between Nigeria and Ethiopia in the 42nd minute of this encounter. It's looking likely we might not be having a goal in this game. In this first half, sorry.
Well, I'm expecting a goal in this game, but in this first half, it's looking like I will not be good. But anything can happen. Don't say never until it is over. And you can see the Abuja National Stadium, 11,585 fans available in a capacity of 60,000. That is a poor attendance.
It's a female football. It's a female football.
No, but
on
female
Tuesday. No.
football
You have to look at what of the publicity?
Yeah.
Was there any publicity by NFF?
That's what I'm saying. That some of this major reason for all these things is as a result of the lackadaisical of the NFF side. They don't do their job very well. They prefer to politicize things. You understand what I'm saying? And if not because we are into sport, we wouldn't have even known that the Super Falcons are playing today. You understand what I'm saying? But because we follow,
you have to look on the screens.
Yeah.
The game is not on screens. We have to even rely on, say, there's one of our own analysts down to Abuja Stadium to give us live feed of this game.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for Nigerians to get this game everywhere.
Yeah.
That is why we are here in our studios in Lagos, giving you analysis and commentaries of the games as it goes down there in the Abuja Stadium. And it's the 44th minute already between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Ethiopia. It's still 0-0 in that encounter. It's looking like we might not be having any goal in this first half at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's looking like that because right now it is 44th minute, just 1 minute to play, but we don't know how many.
This is Africa. So all the time wasted, probably we'll be having 3 more minutes to go. 3 minutes.
If you add all the time wasted so far, I think to me it will be up to 8 minutes wasted so far. Wow. Most from attending to injured players, most especially the goalkeeper, and that was a defensive error, and the Ethiopians shot. Oh no! That
is an easy one. That will be threatening Nadozie in goal post. Nigeria are really blessed to have this goalkeeper, one of the very finest goalkeepers in Europe, and not just Europe, in the world of football. She gave a good account of herself at the FIFA World Cup, and she's currently playing. She currently plays for Paris FC in France, and she will also want to play in the Olympics because she knows the Olympics will be coming down to our own, our backyard in Paris, where she plays. And back into the play right now in the 45th minute of this game. Let's see how much minute the referee will be adding to this first half. Looking at how many times.
Oh, a good chance for Super Falcons! And there's a goal!
First goal for Super Falcons. And it's Kanu with the first goal for the girls in the 45th minute of this encounter. The dodgy Ethiopians have finally been broken by the Super Falcons, and we can see the jubilation right there at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, as the fans are so happy right now. In the 45th minute, Kanu has given Nigeria the lead against Ethiopia. What a way to score a goal for the Super Falcons.
A very brilliant move from Kanu that she has been threatening them from the left wing. A good pass, a combination between her and Oshola. I thought there was a position, a time. What's her name? Not Azizat, the other number 10.
Okay, Tony Payne.
No, not Tony Payne. The one with the
Ajibade.
Ajibade. There was a time Ajibade had the ball from the right wing. She had already positioned herself, a very good position.
Yeah,
I was expecting Ajibade to.
Would have been
a goal, but she was intercepted by the Ethiopian defense and the missed. So a good one for her. I think she has represented them.
Yeah, well, it's the 46th minute already in this encounter. The Super Falcons of Nigeria have scored the first goal. The opener in this tie played at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. It's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who are currently 1 goal up against Ethiopia, and hopefully the Ethiopians right now will be able to come out and play against the Super Falcons, and let's see if the Super Falcons will be able to have the Ethiopians where they want them. Because looking at the first 45 minutes, the Ethiopians have actually been defensive against the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
I want to the defensive tactics.
And not just defensive alone, they've wasted a lot of time in this game.
Yeah, we wasted a lot of time. That's what they want to do. Frustrate the Super Falcons. Hold them and they let them. But it's not working, and you can see the Super Falcons now.
Yes, Oshua she caught one into the box, but that was caught out by the Ethiopians right now, and they'll be attacking against the Super Falcons. They're playing with urgency right now, and the Super Falcons already had them where they want them to be. Were a chance there for Ethiopia, and that was easily beaten as Mitchell Alozie was beaten there.
Again, that's the third time.
Yeah, that's the third time she's been beaten on the wing there, but there's no problem as it's currently Nigeria leading in the first half of this encounter. 2 minutes of additional time being played already. It's still 1-0 for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You actually predicted the goal in this first half, and rightly that goal came in the 45th minute. I wasn't expecting a goal in the first half. It's going to be a free kick to Ethiopia after an infringement on an Ethiopian player deep into the half of the Nigerians. And we can see the Nigerian girls complaining to the referee that was a soft touch. But I don't think that was a soft touch. That was actually an infringement on the Ethiopians. But the Nigerian girls needs to be very much careful right now in the dying embers of this first half, so they don't just lose concentration and concede a goal against Ethiopia. There's a free kick being taken by Ethiopia right now into the box of the Nigerians, but that was cleared out by the Super Falcons defenders. And it's Nigeria who are currently with the ball and looking to attack against Ethiopia. And it's Tony Payne there, but she lost that out. And looking at Onumolu up front, it's been long she scored for the Super Falcons, and there were calls during the World Cup that she's not supposed to be starting for the Super Falcons, because if you're a striker and you're not getting the goals, then why should you be starting? What are you bringing to the team?
We saw her during the match against the Ethiopian in
the first leg.
In Abebe, in the first leg,
And
she came in the second half. She came in around the 75th minute. She didn't start with the team. She came in, but she tried. But yeah, she's starting today, and the combination, I don't know what Justice Magudu of the Super Falcons want to really achieve by bringing these players all line up together. You're having Monday there, you're having Onomonu there, you're having Oshola there, and I don't know, maybe you want to play like former Barcelona, where you have Messi, you have Samuel Eto'o, and you have Suarez.
Okay, it's halftime in the game between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Ethiopia, with the Super Falcons leading 1-0, courtesy of that goal from Kanu in the 45th minute, and it's 1-0 at halftime. Good result for the Super Falcons, leading 1-0 at halftime, and I think by second half, for the second 45 minutes, the Ethiopians will be able to come out and not waste time in this encounter. We saw 3 minutes being added by the referee, and I was saying it that no matter how much was being wasted, this is Africa. It's going to be 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, you said it and you got it right. And this is Africa, and to me, the officiating so far is poor. The officiating is poor. That's what you get when you get African referee. I was even looking for the name of the referee, and where she comes from, But I don't want to mention her name, But to me, it's a very poor situation we are getting here. Poor officiating, 2 penalties she didn't give. Additional time, she didn't have. Some I'm saying that a lot of situations there where she was not supposed to blow, she blew. And I don't
Is that not you talking from your emotional side?
That's not the emotional side. Not emotional side. Like, okay, the match, the match we watched, Man City versus Man U. I'm not a Man U fan, but I was here talking about the referee, that there are some situations. I hate bad officiating. I hate bad officiating. And the worst part of it here, there's no VAR to confirm all those situations. To me, for the first half, she didn't get it right. I will score 45.
45 over 100. That's an average score.
Below average.
AD in Nigerian University. So let's see. All the Super Falcons, it's halftime right there in Abuja at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, and it's Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0. They'll be going for a 15-minute break, and hopefully in the second half, the Super Falcons will be coming in to see or try to get more goals or possibly end this game with this 1-0 victory. What are your expectations from the Super Falcons in the second half?
Yeah, in the second half, I think they'll be able to soak the pressure the Ethiopians brought to them. They'll be able to, shake off the frustration the Ethiopians were trying to create on them, And right now, to me, the Ethiopian came so psychologically balanced with what they were playing against the Super Falcons, and there's no intimidation in them. So no matter the Super Falcons being ranked number 1, they didn't respect them. They came with their game against Super Falcons. But the advantage of the Super Falcons now is that they have been able to break and got a goal. So it's to the advantage of the Super Falcons in the second half to come against them, because a 1-0 for the Super Falcons is as good as going to the next round.
I get straight to the comment section. We have Tunde Shango Dakpo. Nice one. And we also have Ozundo Obilo. Good on Super Falcons. We are proud of you. Yeah, we're also proud of the Nigerian ladies. And let's see if they'll be putting the icing on the cake in the second half. It's Nigeria who currently lead against Ethiopia 1-0 in that encounter in Abuja. I'm looking at the Ethiopians and how well they came into this game, and you talked about them not giving the Super Falcons respect, which I feel is actually good, because they brought the game to the girls, to the Nigerian girls, and we saw them with 2 good clear-cut chances that could have, given them the lead in this encounter, but they were actually scared of taking the shots, or probably they were scared of the profile of players they were playing against. Yeah. But we've seen them, defend very well against Azizat Oshoala in the first half. It shows that they are not, they are not looking like a minors when it comes to African football.
Of course, and looking at what they've actually done to Azizat Oshoala, when you want to play big names like the Ronaldo, the Erling Haaland, you want to send 2 defenders to be marking such names. The Ethiopians defense so relaxed with Oshoala. They were not afraid of her. We saw them in Ethiopia on the first leg in Abebe when they played. The Super Falcons played and they drew 1-1, but the Ethiopians were celebrating as if they won the World Cup. They were dancing around the stadium celebrating, and their fans were cheering them. They were all happy with the result. That is to tell you that to them it's a good result. And they're coming down to Nigeria and wonder if they get a draw, what kind of celebration they will celebrate.
Wow. Now there's still 45 minutes to play in this encounter, so there's still 45 minutes for Ethiopia to come back into this game. They actually gave a good account of themselves in the first half. Will you be expecting them coming into the second half with the same tactics? We saw them in the first half wasting a lot of time, wasting a lot of moments. Even the goalkeeper, there are times she was supposed to clear out the ball, but she just wasted about 10 to 20 seconds, which actually affected them in the first half. Are you expecting them to come back into the second half with
No.
tactics?
Yeah, I'm not expecting them to come out into the second half with that same tactics, because every coach will want a victory. Right now you are down. You are not in the same level any longer. So you'll be looking forward to look for a possible way to strengthen your attack against the Super Falcons. Probably be expecting a goal against the Super Falcons. And how did you score the Super Falcons back there in your own country? They started the match and they rushed the Super Falcons. Before the Super Falcons could understand what was happening, they got a goal. But now the Super Falcons have understood their tactics, kept them clean in the first 10 minutes, and they got balance. Because like we always say, the Super Falcons, they are slow starters. Even in the World Cup, we saw that in the World Cup. They were slow starters, but when the game gradually goes on, you see they gradually improve into the game. And they take I expect them to come in the second half and improve on what they have played so far. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect the Ethiopians to come back with this same formula they played against the Super Falcons, trying to frustrate the Super Falcons, taking it calm, taking it cool. So the Super Falcons should be ready for a counter tactics against what the Ethiopians will come up with in the second half.
Okay, let's go straight to the bench. We have Nico Payne, who is the younger sister of Tony Payne. She plays for PSG. She's currently on the bench for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We also have Monday for Lauren Shaw. We have Alani. There's Babajide Rinsola, who plays in the Spanish league, female league. There's also Ajakaye, who we saw at the Under-20 World Cup. She gave a good account of herself for the Super Falcons. And these are the next future, or these are the future of the Super Falcons, the next players we'll actually be looking forward to. There's also Onyene Zide. She was also at the Under-20. And there's also Olweyi with her experience on the bench. Looking at the starting 11 and the players on the bench, who are you actually looking to come up in the second half to actually give a good account or probably push the Super Falcons to get more goals in the second half?
The Super Falcons right now, I think Olueyi, I think she's a very good addition, and the new call-up too.
That is Babachide.
Yeah, she was introduced in the second half in Ethiopia, and she gave a very good account of herself. Gradually, she's blending with the team. So, to me, it's one of those features that we are talking about for the Super Falcons. If you give her more time, she will gel into the team, and before you know what's happening, we'll be getting results from her. The likes of Oshola, they are good. They have made their names, and what she just needs is just to share experience with these new upcoming stars, so that she can also lead them to stardom. But so far we have seen Oshola. She's part of the game, but the only thing we are not getting from her here is that she's not scoring goal. But she has been instrumental to the passes, the run-up, and other things, creating options for the attackers. So with the likes of these new players, probably who knows, you give them such opportunity, they will come and fill up those gaps.
Okay, there's no other guy in the Super Falcons lineup or on the bench, and we've seen what's it called, Desire Okparanoze also retired from the team. So how much of a big miss would those ladies be to the Super Falcons?
Or
do we just move on from them?
No, it's going to be a very big miss. We appreciate what they have done to the Super Falcons, but Nigeria have to move on. Super Falcons have to move on, and there are a lot of players. Looking at the female league, there are a lot of upcoming players that we need. The coaches need to tap in. Get all these young players, and gradually you begin to replace all these players that have gone, like the retired ones and those ones who are also old enough. I think we have a lot of young female players coming up in the club side.
Okay, can you hear that from Solomon? Sorry, we have a lot of players coming up in the club side. We've seen a lot of good players in the 20. We saw them in the 17 also, and the beauty of it all is to see them, grow into the Super Falcons. We need to start working on getting the next Azizat Oshoala. And I'm very much interested in Ajakaye, because we saw her at the Under-20 World Cup, and she was looking like she is the next Azizat Oshoala. And Gift Monday, we have to talk about that young, beautiful player. We've not really seen her starting, at the World Cup, where there were Nigerians advocating that why is Gift Monday not starting for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And it's about time. Don't you think it's about time we start putting her through the process of the Super Falcons?
Sometimes I begin to wonder sometimes there are certain things some of these coaches see that we are not seeing. We talked about wardrobe. In the World Cup, it was not featuring her. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of Nigerians were asking questions. And now Justice Mugudu, also is not also featuring her.
So are you trying to say she's not really good enough to start for the Super Falcons?
Well, that is why sometimes sometimes I can't really say, because I don't know one of the reasons. Probably it is the coach that will be able to explain some of the reasons. But to us, Nigerian fans, we know that she's good, and we know what she can bring to the team. She can actually, she's a spoiler. She can come destroy the defense of Ethiopia, and before give us a goal there. But we are not the coaches. We don't know. Probably there are reasons why. If a big coach like Wadrom did not use her and Justice Magudu is not using her, probably that's something which we need to find out.
Okay, can you hear that from Solomon? Don't forget you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your comments in our live chats. We promise to read it out, and also tell us where you're watching us from, wherever around the world. We are interested in knowing that your prediction for the match between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Ethiopia. Don't forget, it's the Paris 2024 Olympics qualifiers as the return leg between the Nigerian girls and the Ethiopians. The first leg ended 1-1 right there at Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And the Super Falcons are currently leading at halftime here at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, which is also the national stadium here, right there at Abuja. It's Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0. Let's look at the second half. Do you see an upset, or are you foreseeing an upset in this game, whereby probably Ethiopia come back into this game and probably get a victory against the Super Falcons?
The Ethiopian spirit, I love it. It's never say never, and never die until you are dead. That is the Ethiopian spirit. We saw them fought against the Super Falcons. Even after the Super Falcons equalized in Abebe, they fought back. They fought back the Super Falcons. After the Super Falcons, they were not able to score. The Super Falcons played everything. They were even more there were more pressure in the Nigerian attack from what we saw in Ethiopia in the second half than what we are seeing right now. But the Ethiopians were able to hold their defense and hold the Super Falcons from scoring. So if in second half, if the Super Falcons allow the Ethiopians to get a goal against the Falcons, it's going to spell it's a dangerous situation for the Super Falcons because they will be able to hold the Super Falcons and probably get a draw in this match.
Okay, let's talk about Azizat Oshoala in the first half. She lost 2 good chances to score for the Super Falcons. At the point we're thinking those misses are actually big, and there was one that was actually controversial because I saw you clamoring that should have been a penalty for Nigeria against Azizat Oshoala. She's now 28 years old, and she's looking like, is she going down the slope right now, or should we right now start thinking of life without Azizat Oshoala in the Super Falcons? And looking at the way she scores whenever she plays for Barcelona, she's always clinical when she plays for the female team of Barcelona. Then what is the problem with her in the Super Falcons?
Well, you can't really say because the midfielders, those who link her up, has different flavor, has different flow of football. But this is African football, and it's not as the Spanish football or the European football. So for her not to be scoring goal as she's scoring in Barcelona, to me, it's just the African tactics. So let me tell you, some of those big names in the European football, you bring them to come and score against African countries, it will be very difficult for them to score because our style of football and theirs is not the same. This one, match and go. You understand what I'm saying? The guests are ready to mark you and bring you down. You understand what I'm saying? So it is a different flow of football. So she's in a very difficult situation here in Africa than down there in Barcelona.
Okay, she's a very different player right there. She's a different player when she plays for Barcelona and a different player when she plays for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Yemite is not here with us in the studio today as he's there in Abuja giving us the live feeds from the Moshood Abiola Stadium. I just know he's enjoying himself watching the Nigeria Super Falcons play against Ethiopia. Any moment from now, we'll be expecting feeds for the second half where we'll be giving you commentaries and analysis right here in the studio in Lagos, and that is what we give you on Premier Sport Fan Centers. And we can see the girls are back on the pitch right now, ready for the second half. Solomon, we have big 45 minutes, ahead of the girls right now. Before we go straight into, giving commentaries and analysis of this game. And we can see it's like Ethiopia they'll be actually making 2 substitutions in the second half, which might actually be a big one for them. What will you be expecting from the girls in the second half?
Yeah, what I'll be expecting from the girls in the second half, keep the attack, hold your defense. You know what I'm saying? Keep the attack, hold your defense, and hold your midfield. And be rest assured that the Ethiopians will want to come out against you. So what they need to do is to strengthen the midfield, in case of the attacks from the Ethiopians, and also be ready for a counter against the Ethiopians. I think with that, you'll be able to get the maximum victory. But don't concede a goal against the Ethiopian. That's what they should be looking at. Look for a way to strengthen the defense and also the midfield. Then you can keep a specific striker up front, maybe one from the left, one from the right.
When we talk about strikers, you have to give it that. Azizat Oshoala still remains the experienced striker we have in the Super Falcons. I think the coach won't be in the position to actually, take a big gamble in a game like this, bringing in player like Ajakai when we're still looking for goals in this encounter. So probably till the end of 90 minutes, we might still have to do with Azizat Oshoala. But we have to. The coaches need to go all out and find pacey strikers for the Super Falcons.
Yeah. They need to have specific strikers. We know Oshoala is pacey too, and the scorer of the goal, Kanu, she's also spacey. So if you leave both of them, Kanu from the left, Oshoala from the right, and hold all the defense, the midfielder should just look for a way to link up against the Ethiopian in the second half. I think we'll be able to get a goal. Okay, so we have in the comment section, Osondu Obilo, Super Falcons should be aware that they are a team to beat any day. Every other country, we always want to beat them just to make them and nothing more. In the real sense of football, Ethiopians can't withstand our Super Falcons. Wow, that was a big one, but
football is actually improving right now. They held their own against the Super Falcons right there in Addis Ababa. Let's see if they can hold their own again in the second half, as the second half of the game has just begun, as the Super Falcons, through Rashidat Ajibade, the captain for tonight, she has just won the Super Falcons a free kick deep into the Super Falcons half. It's just the second half which has just begun. Just 1 minute gone in the second half, and still the Super Falcons of Nigeria won. Ethiopia 0. Dumein on the ball right there. She takes a deep one deep into the Ethiopians half, and that was easily met by Onumolu. And she's actually dribbling away through into the box of the Ethiopians, and still Onumolu on the ball there. But finally, she'll be losing that out, and a goal kick to Ethiopia earlier on in the second half. Right, I might actually be looking at it like Onumolu might be the first substitution for the Super Falcons. Probably, second half, bringing in Babajide Rinsola in the second half.
Yeah, I think that would be a very good substitution. I don't know why she's playing from the right wing right now, and she's not a winger, and that is why she cannot penetrate through those two defenders. And with her height, I expect her to be like the last 9, so that you can cross those balls and she head it in. But she have not been using the opportunity, and that's an opportunity.
Here's a good chance for the Super Falcons of Nigeria from the corner kick, but that was easily gathered by the Ethiopians goalkeeper. And it's still the Super Falcons of Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0 in the 46th minute of the second half. And Ethiopia, finally, they are not wasting any time in the second half right now. And it's back in the half, and it's Ethiopia who have restarted play and into the half of the Super Falcons right now. It's still Ethiopia. Very good chances, 1 against 1, but that was caught out by the Super Falcons defenders and back into midfield. And that is Tony Payne on the ball. She's always a pain to her opponents, and she takes one deep into the half for a chance for Super Falcons, but that's only threatening Ethiopia. And the back, it's looking like an end-to-end stuff, and Ethiopia are ready to come all out against the Super Falcons of Nigeria right now in the second half. Straight down into the box of the Super Falcons, but easily gathered by Nnadozie for the Super Falcons, and she's not in a hurry to play or pick that now in the second half. We've seen 3 minutes of action in the second half already. It's the Super Falcons 1, Ethiopia 0. Looking at how much they've actually, pushed the ball to themselves, taking the ball to themselves in the second half, I think we should be expecting an explosive second half performance from both teams.
Yeah, we've seen the first 3 minutes of the second half. There's been a midfield battle between the Super Falcons and the Ethiopians, and you can see they are not relenting at all. They actually want to bring back the fight to the Super Falcons in the second half, and that is what we have seen in the midfield. But it has been, a battle in the midfield, and if you look at the way both of them easily lost the ball, it's just within no team is holding the ball up to 2 minutes. You hold the ball and lost. You hold the ball and lost. Nobody has actually taken possession of the ball. They are both running both sides. I think it's time for the Super Falcons to come with their experience, calm this ball down now, take the possession, frustrate these people. But it's like they are still in a haste. They are playing a shapeless style of football.
Okay, yeah, that's from Solomon. As the ball has been played back by the Super Falcons into the other half of the stadium, and it's the Super Falcons who are attacking against the Ethiopian Akudo with a good pull out there, but that will be threatening the Ethiopians, and that will be all for a throwing to Ethiopia in this account. So 49 minutes already in this game. It's still Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0. And don't forget, you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your message in our live chat. And don't forget to also subscribe to our channels talking about the Premier Sport Fan Center. 49 minutes already. It's still 0, Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0.
Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0, and the battle is still on. It's too early to say it's over for the Ethiopians, because the Ethiopians are ready to fight back against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And you can see the Super Falcons of Nigeria also fighting back. I think the temple is...
I think it's very much important we get that second goal very early in the second half, so that we don't give the Ethiopians that chance.
And they should beat one. Across! And that is a goal!
And the captain, Rashidat Ajibade, with the second goal for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. I was just talking about how important it is for us to double the lead in the second half. And Rashidat Ajibade, the captain, easily tapped in that for the Super Falcons. We have to look at it from the first half. They've tried these chances, created these chances from the side, but the Ethiopians easily cut those out in the first half. But right now in the second half, the Super Falcons have gotten the second goal against the Ethiopians very early into this game, 50th minute, and it's Nigeria 2, Ethiopia 0.
Yeah, that's how to kill a game, That's how to kill a game. Right now, the morale of the Ethiopians will definitely run down. And all the fights will gradually, they'll begin to have a rethink. I think that's how to kill the spirit. And a team that is highly spirited, that's how to bring down that spirit. I think these two goals, this second goal actually demoralized the Ethiopians.
And that is what Rashida Ajibade actually brings to the Super Falcons. She's always there whenever you need her. And she has given the Super Falcons the second goal in this encounter against Ethiopia. And it's Ethiopia who are currently asking the questions right now and talking about the talisman for the Ethiopians. The number 8 has actually been, a big player against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. She has been defended very well by the girls. 2-0 right now in the 50th minute. And the Super Falcons of Nigeria are looking all convinced right now of spots in the next stage of the qualifiers for the 2024 Olympics. Looking at how early they got this goal in the second half, what was the problem or what was the issue in the first half that didn't make the girls get an early goal in the first half?
You have to, it happen in football, you have to study your opponent very well and know where to, hit them hard. You saw the change of tactics. I was wondering why Onomunu had to go to the right wing. And the scorer of the goal, what's her name? The second goal.
Rashida
Ajibade came to the middle, and Shola went to the left. He just switched that position, and it worked for them, and he got that goal. I think that's a good one for the Super Falcons.
Okay, that's a good one for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. In the 51st minute already in this game, we have a throw into Ethiopia, a dip into their own half, and it takes it and easily won by the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And it's another free kick to the girls right now in the midfield. And it's an infringement against the first goal scorer in this game, Kanu. And she has won Nigeria a free kick in this encounter. It's Nigeria 2, Ethiopia 0. I'm very sure Nigerians are happy right now around the world that the girls are currently leading against Ethiopia. And I can see the smile on Solomon's face. And I can also feel the smile right there from Yemi. He's also happy there watching the Super Falcons play against Ethiopia. And don't forget to also join us over the weekend for tomorrow. Sorry, we have the big ones, the EFL. That's the Carabao Cup coming up at 8:45 tomorrow. We promise to give you analysis and the commentaries of those games in the Carabao Cup. And over the weekend, we'll also be back here for the EPL matches and other league matches around the world. So you can also trust us to be in the studios to give you analysis and commentaries of those games. And back to the game between Super Falcons and Ethiopia. This game has actually lightened up already, and we can see the Ethiopians coming all out against the Super Falcons, and they have a chance against the Super Falcons here. It's 2 against 3, but that will easily be caught out there by Ina Dozie, and she's not in a hurry. Right now, we have a Super Falcons player on her feet there, and she's looking so much in pain, and it looks like she's in pain here.
Yeah, she looks injured, and let's see what situation, what is actually happening to her right now, because. I don't want to say it's a delay tactics. Something actually happened to her.
But when it was Ethiopia, it was delay tactics, right?
No, I was not saying delay tactics. I was saying this is the second time the goalkeeper is going down. I didn't say it was a delay tactics.
It looks like Dimeng is currently down, and she has actually been a mainstream figure in the Super Falcons. You have to give it to her. She saw her at the World Cup. She gave a good account of herself playing for the Nigerians, and she has made that position, a personal one in the Super Falcons. And there's our Oyinbo lady tonight talking about Ashley Pompey. She's settling down in a new league in Saudi Arabia where she's making all the money, just like the male guys are making the money in Saudi Arabia. Ashley Pompey is also making that money and making that move. She has also given a good account of herself in the little games she has actually played in the Saudi Arabia league. But look, is she actually missed tonight? We've seen Akudo giving a good account of herself on playing as a left back for the Super Falcons today, and it's looking like Pompey is not really being missed in this encounter.
To me, Pompey is one of my favorite Super Falcon players. I love her so much. Her style of football, you can take it anywhere in the world, and it will actually pay you. Having a replacement for her, if it is not you, it can be you. You understand? If it is not Pompey, it can be Pompey. But she has actually given a good account of herself here. She can be a good inclusion, but Pompey has her own flavor too.
And the game will actually be restarted by the goalkeeper, Nadoze, who goes straight for a deep one into the half of the Ethiopians and easily being won there by the Super Falcons of Nigeria. on this Nigeria on the attack through Alozie right now. And she's still dribbling her way through that defense. And is on Nomolu right now with the ball as she looks straight into midfield where she finds Tony Payne, who goes back to the central back where she finds Dimei, who was currently down, who was down before but back on her feet right now, and it's Kanu on the ball there. A good run there from Azizat Oshoala. She'll be looking to run straight into the box, but that was easily caught out there by Ethiopia, and she is down, but the referee is not having any of that. Sorry, she's not having any of that. I just feel that was an easy tackle there on the Nigerian talisman, talking about Azizat Oshoala. And it's an infringement on Ethiopia. Looking at the number of free kicks the referee has given to Ethiopia, and the ones she hasn't given to the Nigerian girls, probably that's why you've actually looked at it and say that, the referee is biased or what?
Oh yeah. You can see another one again. To me, that's an infringement against Oshoala, but he refused to blow. But anyway, I don't have anything to say. Nigeria is 2 goals up. That is just what I have to say. But in football, you don't try to favor anybody as a referee. You just have to be fair, So to me, there was an infringement against that. There was a contact against Oshoala, but he refused to blow.
Okay, it's the 56th minute already in this encounter, and the time is currently just running ahead of Ethiopia. They need to do something big in this game if they actually want to come back against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But it's looking like if there will still be any goal in this game, it might just be the Nigerians who will be getting the 3rd goal in this encounter, straight deep into the midfield right there from the goal kick being taken by Nadozie, and it's off for a throw into the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Alozie who fancy taking that throw in, and still the other Nigerian player who is currently down, and it's looking like it's not really looking good for her. And she was the one who was injured.
She just needs to be stretched out.
Yeah, she
was almost stretched out when she got that injury. Right now. I think it's a serious situation.
Yeah, it looks
that
like
was why I told you it's a
serious situation for Is Nano Akudo. It looks like it's a serious situation as she's being stretched out right now by the
you can see the pain.
She's actually in pain. She's actually in pain, yeah. And she's being stretched out right now by the medical team, and probably Nigeria might just be forced into an early substitution in the 55th minute of this encounter. Looking at how much we've played in the second half, what do you feel is different from what we've done in the second half and what we did in the first half?
Yeah, in fact, they've actually done well in the second half. They've been able to hold the Ethiopians. They didn't allow them to have any flow of football. They came from like I was saying, from the midfield and the defense, use it against them. From the midfield now, you can see the Ethiopians hardly have like 4 or 5 straight passes. Immediately they hold the ball 1-2, the Super Falcons collect the ball. Immediately they try 1-2-3, the Super Falcons collect the ball from them. So the recovery rate from the Super Falcons is very high. And but one thing, they also are not actually having those flow of passes. Even if the Ethiopians are 3, the Super Falcons are like 6. Before 6, the Ethiopians collect the ball 2. So it just there's no flow of football, positional football at all. Just play around. That's what we have seen here.
Okay, as a throw into Ethiopia right now, deep into the half of Nigerians, but the referee is not having that. As it says, they have to return that ball back to the right position. And throwing was quickly taken by Ethiopia. They're pushing into the half of the Super Falcons with another throw-in right now, but that was caught out by Kanu, who has gone down there off an infringement, and the referee has given Nigeria a free kick against Ethiopia right now. Don't forget, 2 goals scored for the Super Falcons was scored by, the first goal was scored by Kanu, while the second was scored by Rashidat Hajibade, who is the captain for tonight's fixture between the Super Falcons and Ethiopia. We have a first substitution in this game already, and it's Ethiopia who are preparing 2 substitutions in the 57th minute of this game. It's the number 14 and number 7 will be coming into this encounter. And Nigeria also preparing a substitution of our own, and it looks like the injured player will be replaced right now.
Yeah. The injured player will be replaced. Talking about the goal scorer, Ajibade, she was the one who scored in Ethiopia. In the 52nd minute she scored, and yet today she's actually proven to be a good goal scorer and a fighter too. I love her way of football. She goes to the attack. She's very, very, very rigid when she attacks. She have that bite in attacking, and it is paying off for her.
I can see the substitution for the Super Falcons of Nigeria is the number 14, Demei, will be going out and being replaced by okay, I'll get in the name of who replaced Demei, but Demei is out for the Super Falcons, And let's see, hope she won't be a big miss because we're just talking about the main and what she actually brings to the Super Falcons. And let's just hope that miss or that substitution won't come to haunt the Super Falcons of Nigeria. There's another chance for the Super Falcons of Nigeria to go for a third one there, but that was easily gathered by the goalkeeper of Ethiopia, and it's off to a corner kick for the Super Falcons of Nigeria in this encounter. 60th minute already, 30 more minutes to go in this game. Is the Super Falcons of Nigeria 2, Ethiopia 0. And a corner kick for the girls right now, and standing on that is Tony Payne. Is that Tony Payne or that's Tony Payne standing on the corner kick, and what a chance for Super Falcons to go 3 goals up in this game, and she goes deep into it, and that was easily caught by the goalkeeper. What a chance for Super
and that should be a penalty.
And that looks like a penalty, but I don't think that was given, and that wasn't given either to the girls. This is the third time this is the third time out we're seeing a good call for a penalty, and it's looking like another injury situation for the Super Falcons of Nigeria there. A lot of players are going down right now, and that looks like that is not really good, and we can see the medical team of the Nigerians out there coming out to check on the player. When we talk about assisting the referee, we've seen dangerous tackles flying in. Dimei was forced out, and right now we are seeing the stretcher is already coming out again. Do you think the referee has actually been lenient on the sides of the Ethiopians in this game? Because these are dangerous tackles flying in this encounter.
Yeah, the referee has been lenient, but in football you don't need to be lenient. You need to blow it according to the way it goes. You look at this tackle now; it's a very dangerous situation. Nobody knows what's happening. You can see the response. You can see the response from the faces of the Super Falcons. It's not. It's a very serious situation, and you can see they are the one by themselves calling on the medical team. Hey! It's a serious situation, and you can even see the Ethiopians. They're just peeping through.
No, I think they're having refreshment. They're taking water.
Yeah, trying to find out the condition, what is actually happening there. And it's number 14. I think that should be.
I think Akudo was one replaced, and that is Dimei. Dimei is number 14 for the Super Falcons. I think Akudo was one who was injured and replaced by the Super Falcons earlier. I'm sorry for that missed up. And finally, probably I called that into injury.
Yeah. And you can see this, the players of the Super Falcons calling for a change of a jersey. Probably there is a blood on my jersey. And then you can see her back on her feet, and this time around taking out.
I just hope she'll be able to continue this this game, because it's one for you to be injured, and it's one for you to continue. Akudo actually tried to continue, but she had to just.
I think it was like there was a collision. There was a collision between her and the goalkeeper is still down, still receiving medical attention. I think this is the third time the goalkeeper have gone down, receiving medical attention for up to 3 minutes.
And 62nd minute already in this encounter. It's the Nigeria leading 2-0 against Ethiopia. Looking at all the time wasted, having just 28 more minutes to go in this encounter, don't you think time wasting shouldn't be a tactics Ethiopia should actually be using right now? Or do you think they're probably wasting time so that they won't concede more goals against the Super Falcons?
Some of the new rules, introduced by FIFA, that you waste time.
This is Africa.
That's why I wanted to ask whether that rule have actually reached this.
This is Africa.
Because we are analyzing based on the international rule. But sometimes when you look at some of those things that happen,
we have to remember there's Africa standard.
The African standard, because when we look at the first half, in fact the additional time during injury moment, it was up to 10 minutes. But how many minutes did the referee added? He added 3 minutes, and we were wondering. And with all these things that is happening now, who knows how many minutes will the referee add? So I begin to wonder whether some of these rules have actually reached this part of the world.
Well, let's see. At the end of the first half, we had just 3 minutes additional time. So probably after all the time wasted in the second half, it's still going to be 3 or 4 minutes. And you can see the fans in the stadium, they're asking, they want more goals in this encounter. And that is what Nigerian football lovers live for. More goals. More goals is what we want to see. And that is coming live from Mobolaji always comes to my mind. Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, which we also know as the National Stadium. Looking at this, the state of the stadium, it's looking like the opposite of itself right now. And to our viewers, the game is yet to be restarted, as the goalkeeper of the Ethiopian is currently receiving treatment, and so the game has actually been put to hold. But 64 minutes gone in this encounter, we'll be seeing how big of an additional time the referee will be adding at the end of 90 minutes. But I won't be surprised if we're getting 4 or 5 minutes, because we had less than that in the first half, even having a lot of things like this happen in the first half. And she's back on her feet right now and ready to restart the game against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's a goal kick to Ethiopia, and that is going to restart the play in the 65th minute. That means we wasted 5 minutes.
Yeah, five minutes.
I intentionally mentioned it at 60 minutes, that this way the system.
I told you
and now we are coming starting play at 65 minutes. So 5 minutes have been wasted, treating the Ethiopian goalkeeper head up demaying. So let's just hope we won't be having any more time wasting in this encounter. 65 minutes gone already. We're into the 66th minute of this encounter, and the goal kick has been taken by Ethiopia and is back in Nigeria's half right now. And Dimei is also back on the pitch, looking sharp as always. And Ethiopia currently attacking against the Super Falcons of Nigeria into the deep into the half of the Super Falcons, as the Ethiopians currently playing the well. Well, he's been caught out there by the Super Falcons. We'll be looking to turn attack defense into attack. Good chance for Ziza Toshala to run against the Ethiopian defender, and the Barcelona striker cuts one out there for Kanu. But that was, the weight on that pass was just too much, and it's off to a goal kick for Ethiopia. And Nigeria will be making another substitution right now in this encounter. Let's see who is coming on for the Super Falcons of Nigeria in this game. Fọlọ́run Shaw is one replacing Dimei. Finally, Dimei is going off injured, and Fọlọ́run Shaw is back replacing her in this encounter. So Nigeria will be forced into making 2 substitutions due to injuries in this encounter. And it's Nigeria currently back in the ball possession with the ball possession, and it's off to a throw into the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And it's still Nigeria leading this encounter 2-0 in the 68th minute against Ethiopia. I was looking like a game we might just be saying Sokbotilo.
Yeah, it's looking good for the Super Falcons right now, and we expect the Super Falcons to add more goals in this encounter. I was trying to say it before that I think it is time for the goalkeeper of Ethiopian to be substituted, because so numerous time of injury, down, spent
right from the first half.
Right from the first half, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Alozie with a cross out there, where it's there from the Nigerian right back, but that's only threatening the goalkeeper, and it's off to a goal kick for the Ethiopians. Looking at Michelle Alozie, you look at the passion she plays with whenever she plays for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. She plays like someone that's proud of this shirt. We saw her at the World Cup, and she was one of the very best performers for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And here tonight, she has actually given a strong performance in this encounter against Ethiopia.
She's given a very good performance both away and home against Ethiopia.
That's why there's been a chance for a third goal, and it's a third goal
for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Aziza Oshola after 4 matches.
You don't need to bring it after 4 matches. You don't need to say
no,
that.
Congratulations to her anyway.
Congratulations. The Super Falcons of Nigeria who are 3 goals up against Ethiopia in the 68th minute. The girls are 3-star up against Ethiopia right now, and looking all good to go into the second round of the qualifiers for the Paris 2024 Olympics. They are still hungry for goals. You can see them going back into the pitch almost immediately to restart the game against Ethiopia. So you can see the Nigerians at the stadium, they're very happy. You have to give it to that cross from Kanu. What a good cross from Kanu there, and what another there from Aziza Toshala to give Nigeria the 3rd goal. And we can feel the fans in the stadium chanting her name, the Agbabola chant in the stadium. That is the nickname of Aziza Toshala, the Agbabola of the Super Falcons. As she makes it 3 goals to 0 for the Super Falcons. It's looking like a game done and dusted for the girls, for the Nigerians in this encounter. And back, the game has been restarted by Ethiopia, who are not looking like a big threat to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We talked about how important that first goal is for the Super Falcons in the first half, and that has actually propelled the Super Falcons to get 2 more goals in the second half, because the Ethiopians were coming all out against the Super Falcons, unlike what they did in the first half, where they defended very well. But in the second half, what actually led them down to concede 2 goals? And they didn't do that in the first half.
The tactics that came with field. You understand what I'm saying? The tactics that came with field. The tactics was hold the Super Falcons, frustrate them, don't allow them score. And I'm telling you, if by this time the Super Falcons did not get a goal, they will be frustrated. Because
and it's Aziza Toshala on the ball, looking all for the Super Falcons there. And you can see there's no rushing there. What a dribble there from Nigeria there. And moving straight into Kanu, who currently plays on the wing for the Super Falcons. She takes a man, but that was easily defended by the Ethiopians. And off to a corner kick for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The fans are having fun, and we are also having fun in the studio, and I'm very sure the viewers are also having fun wherever they're watching the Super Falcons play. It's currently Nigeria 3, Ethiopia 0, into corner kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. That will be taken by Mitchell Alozie. She might just be taking one deep into the box of Ethiopia for Nigerian fourth goal.
Yeah, for Nigerian fourth goal. You know, I was trying to say before that the goalkeeper is injured. I think to me, he's not physically fit right now. The Super Falcons should take advantage of that. A clear shot from outside the 18 box, I don't think she'll be able to hold it because she's not looking balanced. You know, so to me, it's an opportunity and it's a point I see the Super Falcons need to take advantage of.
20 minutes to go in this encounter. We're in the 70th minute already, and it's still Nigeria 3, Ethiopia 0. 20 minutes for Ethiopia to find 3 goals against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. That is actually a big task for the Ethiopians, because I don't really see them getting 1 goal against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But it still looks like we might be getting more goals in this encounter, as the Nigerians are not tired of scoring. They still look, the hunger is still there for the girls. They are still hungry for more goals in this encounter.
Yeah, everybody need to register a name. Oshola need to use this opportunity to increase the number of goals she has scored for the Super Falcons and for Nigeria. Every player need to register their name. A goal here will count for them. So it's an opportunity. Make use of it. You know, the maximum point, 3-point maximum point has been gotten. I think they have qualified to the next round, and they are going to meet the winner of either Cameroon or Uganda.
And that's going to be a big one for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, because we know, and that's another chance for the Super Falcons as they go on the counter against Ethiopia. And right now, we're a big move there from Oshola. She goes straight deep into the box with that very fourth goal.
And it's a goal!
For the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
Is that Ajibade?
No, that's not Ajibade. We'll be seeing the goal scorer in a moment from now. But Nigeria 4 goes up right now. Quick goals with immediate impact. 4 goals up now for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. 3 goals in the second half. Good one for the girls. And I said it that we'll be looking to get more goals in this encounter. And we got, the 4th goal already for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's Nigeria 4, Ethiopia 0 right now in the 71st minute of this encounter.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good move for the Super Falcons. An assist from Oshola. She's becoming part of the team, and she's actually supplying assists right now for the Super Falcons to get a goal. Nobody expected in the first half. When you watch the first half, you'll be wondering, will the Super Falcons bounce back like this? But it's a sweet one and it's a good one. They've actually changed their game. The Ethiopians has been dismantled. Now they are discouraged. They have been frustrated. That was what they actually wanted to do to the Super Falcons. But it is the Super Falcons who have actually discouraged them right now, and now they're just left helpless.
I'm talking about the game between Cameroon and Uganda. That game is currently in the 45th minute of first half, and Cameroon are 1 goal up after losing 2-0 to Uganda in the first leg. They'll be looking forward to getting, coming back in this encounter, as it's going to be a big tie between Nigeria and Cameroon. Should Cameroon make it to the second round, or who are you fancying Nigeria should face, Cameroon or Uganda?
Well, anytime, Cameroons, they are always a turn to the Super Falcons. It's a battle, and we've not actually tested Uganda as such, but they are looking good, winning at home against the Cameroon 2-0. Then right now it is 1-0. Cameroon need to score against them again. I
actually miss seeing Ajara playing against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Yeah. So I want to see that tie back. It shouldn't be a big one. It shouldn't be a hard one for the Super Falcons, to defeat Cameroon. Yeah. Looking at Super Falcons playing at the Abuja Stadium, do you feel there's any need to take these girls, away from Abuja and also take them to the Uyo Stadium, whereby we see a lot of fans whenever Nigeria is playing at the Uyo Stadium, or probably just bring them to Lagos to play at the Mobolaji Johnson Stadium?
Those two areas are areas where you have a lot of sport lovers, football lovers that will actually, this is 11,894 attendance right now. It's gradually increasing.
That's actually, if you have 11,000 at Mobolaji Johnson Stadium, which is like 15,000 to 20,000 capacity, it's actually going to be a filled stadium. Yeah. But the 60,000 capacity of Abuja Stadium is what is making it look like a drop in the ocean. Yeah. So probably NFF should be having a rethink on that and take them probably to the Eket Stadium in Uyo, or bring them to the Mobolaji Johnson Stadium. Let's also have a feel of the girls, playing for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's Rasheedat Ajibade who scored the fourth goal for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, and 2 goals for the Atletico Madrid female team midfielder. She has 2 goals already in this encounter. Let's see if Nigeria will be getting more goals, as Rasheedat Ajibade will be looking to get an hat-trick. A hat-trick, sorry, for the Super Falcons in this game.
Good woman, I wish I've gotten an hat-trick.
No, hat-trick is this
only one match.
One match. So she has scored 3 goals already, 2 goals already in this encounter for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, which is very good for her, as she's leading very well. She's the captain for the Super Falcons tonight, and she has been leading very well for the girls. And let's see if she'll be adding more goals, because I can still see more goals coming in this encounter. It ended 1-0 in the first half, and 3 goals in the second half have pushed the Super Falcons to 4 goals up against Ethiopia. And we are currently in the 75th minute of this encounter. 15 more minutes to go. 15 more minutes for Ethiopia to look for that. What a chance for Ethiopia. We're bad for
Hello, what a save by Chiamaka.
What a turn there from the Ethiopian. But that was easily saved there by El Nadozie, as she'll fancy taking a clean sheet against Ethiopia right there in Abuja. This is the 76th minute already, 14 minutes to go in this encounter, and still Nigeria leading 4-0 against Ethiopia. Let's see if the Nigerians will be adding more goals. Is Ethiopia who are currently attacking against the Super Falcons of Nigeria on the right side of the pitch. Back deep into the half of Nigerians and easily caught out by the Nigerian defender who goes deep and actually gives out a throw into Ethiopia in the 76th minute. I think now is the time I can actually look and say, okay, we can bring in the Ajekayes on the bench and probably Babajide Risola into this encounter, and let's see what they can actually bring to the Super Falcons. Because at 4-0 up in the 76 minutes, I don't really see the miracle Ethiopia wants to do in this encounter to come back in this game against the Super Falcons.
It's already done deal for the Super Falcons, and right now the likes of Oshola should be rested, so that she don't get injured, because she's one of the most valuable players when it comes to the Super Falcons. I think it's time for Justin Magudu to rest her, and so that she will not get injured. She has also scored a goal, also had an assist in this match, and she has been instrumental to the 4 goals scored so far. In fact, she has represented herself. She has done well in this match, and she's the Ogbabola, and her name and her title remain with her. Nobody takes it from her. So it is time for Justin to bring in another leg to replace Ashola, so that she don't get injured.
Okay, it's very much important to bring another player in to rest, to replace Aziza Toshala, as it means just 13 to 14 minutes to go in the second half. But the Super Falcons are comfortable in lead right here at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. 4-0, they currently lead in the 77th minute of this encounter. And, every rushing from the Ethiopians seems to have gone down in this encounter.
They look helpless right now. They just be running from field to field. They don't have any bite. Apart from the last shot on target they had just recently, that sweet turn by that number 11. In fact, if she gets a good club, she will exploit. She just needs the support. She's just like a one-woman squad, in the Ethiopian lineup. And
talking about Ethiopia, that is going to be an offside call against Ethiopia right now. And talking about the 2 substitutions being made by the Super Falcons of Nigeria, Rafiat Mure was substituted for Nico Payne, and we have the 2 Payne sisters currently playing for the Super Falcons, Nico Payne and Tony Payne. Both of them are currently on the pitch playing for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And the second one was Dumeni, was replaced by Comfort for Lauren Shaw, and it's for Lauren Shaw's debut for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. What a way to debut for the Nigerian team in the 4-0 victory, in the 4-0 rout against Ethiopia. Big one for her, big one for Lauren Shaw. I'm very sure she'll be very happy, as the God is also watching her right now playing for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's Nadozie with a deep one, deep into the half of the Ethiopians, and that is Kanu, who has actually been a big player against Ethiopia in the second half. She has actually been one of the very best players for the Super Falcons in this encounter.
Yeah. She was one that got that assist for Oshola. From the left wing, she crossed. Oshola headed it inside, and we have seen a series of crosses from the left wing from Kanu. She has been instrumental, and she has scored a goal also in this encounter. So she's very, 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 very instrumental to this winning. And I also want to give it to the defender, to somebody like Alozie. You know, anytime I see her, the excitement playing for Nigeria is there. Playing for our father's land is there.
I actually. Male team of the Nigerian team also, you know, the passion you brings to it when you play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria also. 80th minute already in this encounter. It's a free kick to Nigeria deep into the half of the Ethiopian, and it's Michel Alozie standing on that. Let's see if she'll be taking one deep into the box, and let's see if that will be leading to Nigeria's 5th goal in this encounter. She goes in straight for a short one deep into the midfield. Where a chance for Super Falcons into the box of Ethiopia, and Scanu on the ball, but that was easily lost out to the Ethiopians, as Ethiopians were attacking against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But that won't be a problem for Nigeria's Folorunsho Shaw, has easily caught that and turned defense into attack. And that is Tony Payne on the ball. She goes straight and finds Kanu, who has been everywhere in this encounter, left to right. She's just playing everywhere against Ethiopia. Big up to the Super Falcons. It's 4 goals up against Ethiopia. Let's see if we get 1 more goals in the remaining 10 minutes of this encounter at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. It's Nigeria 4, Ethiopia 0.
Yeah, Nigeria 4, Ethiopia 0. A very good result for the Super Falcons. Back here at home, you know, we saw the first half, and it was looking so difficult for the Super Falcons to get a goal. But here, 4 goals, 4 sweet goals, 4 sweet moves, 4 good link-up play by the attacking line of the Super Falcons. You know, and in fact, it's like the attackers, it's like all the attackers have registered their name, except from Onomono. He's still in.
Onomono is still there.
Still there, so she have not scored a goal yet. But the rest of them, you know, they've actually, Kano have gotten the goal, Oshola have gotten the goal, Azizat, Ajibade have gotten the goal. She got a brace here. We're expecting a hat-trick from her here.
Now we are expecting a hat-trick from Rashidat Ajibade, talking about the Atletico Madrid midfielder. There's still a lot of players on the bench who might be making deep late substitution in this encounter, talking about the Nigerian girls, and it's another chance for a crossing there into Lumono on the ball there. She finds her teammate and back. Oh, that might just be an infringement, but the referee is not having any of that, and she says play on to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's going to be finally going to be a throwing to Ethiopia, and they take a deep one in their half. But that was easily lost out, but won back by the Ethiopia. Azizat Oshoala wanted to steal that off the Ethiopian player, but she won that back into play now, and it's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who are currently playing back deep in their own half. Akudo on the ball right now, and she'll fastly taking one straight into the box there, and it's Alozie on the ball, back to Akudo there, who goes straight into the midfield and finds Kanu, who's still on the ball right now, and dribbles away through the middle, and she goes straight to the left side of the pitch with a cross there, and she finds Alozie. No, that's not Alozie, that's Onumodu there, and who finds Tony Payne, and it's the other Payne sister, and it's looking like a match of the Payne sister who are passing through themselves. Nico Payne on the ball right now, and what's she going to do there? She fancies going back into the midfield, and she's still with the ball there easily, and she finds Effie, who goes straight into the box there, but that's only threatening the Ethiopia, and that was easily picked up by Ethiopia there, and that was a good crossing there from Effie, but that is not going to threaten the Ethiopians. And the goalkeeper takes a quick one there against the Super Falcons of Nigeria, who have dominated the midfield, and they have every access running through the Ethiopians in the midfield of this play, as Nigerians, who are currently attacking right now, back into the midfield of the Ethiopians, are calling. You can see there's one beautiful thing about the Super Falcons of Nigeria when we lead, is how comfortable they are on the ball. Look at the passing from the girls for the past 2 minutes. It has actually been top-notch. Since we go 4 goals up in this encounter, we've actually been taking the game to them, and that's another good chance for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but easily cut out by the Ethiopians. Michel Alozie on the ball right now, dribbling away through the right wing, and she finds Kanu, who has actually been a dreaded one for the Ethiopians in this encounter. It's a good cross for the Super Falcons.
Good combination.
Good combination there from Kanu and Michel But that's will be going back. Oh, Tony Payne, sorry. No, that's Mitchell.
That's
Mitchell. Yes, that's Mitchell Alozie. Good combination between Kanu and Mitchell Alozie. But that's when we going to the back of the net for a goal for the Nigerian left back. Sorry, in this encounter, Alozie has actually been a thorn in the flesh of the Ethiopians, dribbling with a sizzling dribbles in this game. And Kanu has also been a big problem to the Ethiopians. The Ethiopian goalkeeper is down again, like usual in this game.
You know, like I say, the Super Eagle.
Probably we should be looking for another 5 minutes.
No, I think they should substitute her. I don't know why she's always down. And then what is the coach doing? He should bring his lady out. You see, when she die on the field, until she die on the field before you begin to they begin to take her body out. You know what I'm saying? This is the 4th time now she's down, and then medical attention attend to her. After 3, 4, 5 minutes, she continue. You don't have any goalkeeper, or you can convert a player to become a goalkeeper. After all, we saw Giroud become a goalkeeper.
Oh, okay. Huh? I'm sure they have a goalkeeper on the bench. There's nothing to worry. You know, at 4-0, there's nothing to worry for the Nigerians. So let's go straight to the comment section where we have some comments. Faith Light, great guys, greetings from Warsaw, Poland. Well, thanks so much, Faith Light. We are so happy having you on the program. We also have Shion Odedeji. Oh, okay. I think he's talking to Faith Light, trying to meet up. Okay. You from Poland, please chat me inbox. Okay. All right. So we also have Matters Arising with IB Boniface, watching live from Lagos, Nigeria. We also have Mary Olugbodi at Osodi, but they played us in the first leg 1-1 draw. These Ethiopians should not be overemphasized. Osunde Obido also replied, Mary, forget about the 1-1 they played us in Addis Ababa. They were only trying to make name that day, that they beat Super Falcons, nothing more. Okay, it's Nigeria 4, Ethiopia 0. And thanks to Mary Olugbodis, Sheon Odedeji, Mata Arising with IB, Faith Light, Osunde Obilo. Thanks so much, guys, for being with us for the past 80 minutes of this encounter. It's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who are currently 4 goals up right now, and I'm very sure Nigerians are very much happy about the current situation of this game. We are currently in the 86th minute of this encounter. The Ethiopian goalkeeper is back on her feet.
Back on her feet again without being substituted. You know, I don't know why the referee should be cautioned. What do you think? This is my own personal opinion.
I don't think there's no point wasting any more time bringing in anybody. You know, it's just 4 more minutes to go. So let's just while away the time, because there's nothing to actually push for. It's not like they want to score 4 goals, under 3 minutes. So why not just keep it up like that? I just see it as a tactic for them not to concede more goals against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You know, and we can see the Super Falcons of Nigeria making another substitution in this encounter. Let's see who is making way. It's
like Oshoala is coming out.
Okay, it's Oshoala coming out, and it's the number. Oh, okay. Onumolu is also going out, and she'll be replaced by Oyene Dezie in this encounter. That's looking at how much Onumolu has played in this encounter. You know, we've not seen much of her, and much was actually expected of Onumolu in this encounter, but she has not really lived up to that expectation.
You know, playing from the wings, I don't think that is a natural position. That's not a natural
right now,
position.
we can also see the girl we've all be calling for and aiming for. That is Babajide Rinsola making her way into this encounter, but she has about 4 or 5 minutes to impress the Abuja fans. And let's see what she brings into this encounter. She's actually a very good player. She formerly played for Liverpool, but currently plays in the Spanish Female Football League. Same club with Gift Monday. Oh, what a fantastic player she is, because I was following her when she was playing for Liverpool, and I followed her when she was playing for the English under-20 team. She's actually one to actually watch out for in the Super Falcons shirt. The day I saw her make that statement that she is actually she'll be playing for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, I was one of the happiest fans, because I've always been waiting for this day to see this young player play for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. She's just 24 years old, and the future is actually bright for her.
Of course, the future is actually bright for her, and her inclusion into the Super Falcons is a plus. I know that very day, I think the first match we played, I think it was Olamide that we analyzed the match. It was, in fact, when she saw her, she was rejoicing. He was jubilating that for long he has been yearning for her to be part of the Super Falcons. And right now, that she's a very good player. He was talking about her. But let's see what she brings to the party. and let's see what you can add, the kind of value you add to the Super Falcons. I think from there, you know, it's very easy for Nigeria to sing a heroic song for somebody.
No,
When
she's actually good. She's
okay.
actually good. And, you know, when you look at the caliber of players we have now, you know, we have talking about Tony Payne, we have Nico Payne, there's Michel Alozie, you have Dumain, you have Pompey, you have up front now, you are looking at Rashidat Ajibade in the midfield, you have Kanu, you have Onumolu, then you have Babajide, there's Ajakaye coming through the ranks, you know. These are beautiful players to, you know, the future is actually bright for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but at the end of the day, we'll keep on going back to it. It's the process.
That is why I don't want that's why I don't want them to miss these Olympics. Let them go and show themselves. We saw them in the World Cup, they did very well. In fact, the way they lost out to England, I was happy because it was not like they were beating like one useless team from Africa. You know, they actually gave good account of themselves. They fought it out, but it was a penalty that separated both England and Nigeria. So if they go to the Olympics and also try to probably get to the semi-finals of the Olympics, I think to me it's a welcome development.
Okay, we also have Vitals Nwoke in the comment section. Thank guys, I'm enjoying this match from Dublin. Well, thanks Nwoke for being with us on this program. It's the 90th minute already in this encounter, and it's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who are currently 4 goals up against Ethiopia. And it's looking like a game that is done and dusted. Another chance for Ethiopia to get a consolidation goal against the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but the Super Falcons are not cheerful givers, as they won't be giving the Ethiopians that grace of getting 1 goal right there at the Abuja Stadium. What a way to get a victory at the Federal Capital Territory, right there where you have your president sitting. But it's the Super Falcons who are currently leading right now, and they have, you know, there's always one fun at this.
Can you see the move?
Look at the move right there. And it's the Super Falcons who are attacking right now. Good movement there from the Super Falcons as the tormentor-in-chief against the Ethiopians. But that was easily cut out by the Ethiopians. Very well, a chance for the Super Falcons to go 5 goals up right now. And you can see the movement from the Super Falcons. Very chance there for Michel Alozie. But that was cut out by the Ethiopians who defend that, go out for a goal kick. But there was an infringement there on the Ethiopians. But the referee will be giving, okay, she's going to blow that infringement, and it's a free kick to Ethiopia, and they'll be taking the fast one. But that was easily cut out by Dumain, who goes back, not Dumain, sorry, Akudo, who goes back to the goalkeeper, Nadozie, who's not going to waste her time in setting that out from a box, and she'll be cutting at all and into the midfield. Yeah, there's the Super Falcons who are currently on the ball right now, deep into the half of the Ethiopians, and very chance for Super Falcons to go fifth. Wow. Movement there, and it's a good chance for Super Falcons. Azizat Oshoala on the ball there, and that's Azizat Oshoala being pushed out by the Ethiopians and not to threaten their movement there. Wow, we have to give it to the last minutes of this game, Solomon, no doubt. And there's an infringement there on the Super Falcons, and it's going to be a free kick to the Super Falcons of Nigeria against Ethiopia right now.
Yeah, a free kick for the Super Falcons in the center circle. And yeah, you can see the Ethiopians, they're just trying to waste that time, but there's no time to waste. They're already down by 4 goals. And I want to salute the Super Falcons for a football well played. And that's what is running right now in my mind is with this kind of performance put by Justin Magudu, in the absence of wardrobe, a lot of people begin to think.
I was keeping that question. I was actually keeping that question till at the end of 90 minutes for you and our viewers. But you can actually give your assessment right now. Justice Magudu, and it's looking like he has actually given a good account of himself. You know, coaching the Super Falcons. Do you guys want to see Wardrum back in the Super Falcons team as the coach, or should we just continue with the justice of the female football team?
You know, we don't know how technically sound he is. Now, this is an African side. Yeah, we saw Wardrum against the big names.
And that's another chance for Super Falcons.
That is no. Wow.
What a chance there for Super Falcons. And what a way that will have ended this game. And it's looking like that might just be the end or the last kick or the last attack for the Super Falcons in this encounter. It's 3 minutes gone in the additional time of second half, and we are approaching 4th minute already in the additional time of minutes. What a movement there from the Super Falcons, and I think that shot was by Azizat Oshoala, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. What a goal, what a way that would have been an icing on the cake in this encounter.
Yeah, that was what I actually said. Try this shot from outside the 18 box. The goalkeeper is not physically fit. is sick, and that is why it also easily goes down. So I would have hoped the Super announced the final whistle.
And it's full time at Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. It's final whistle in the game between Nigeria and Ethiopia. Nigeria won this game 4-0 after defeating Ethiopia 4-0. In this encounter. Good one for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. 4 goals scored by the girls, 1 in the first half and 3 others in the second half. Rashidat Ajibade with 2 goals, Kano with 1, and Azizat Oshuala also amongst the goal scorers for Nigeria. It's full-time Nigeria 4, Ethiopia 0.
Nigerian 4, Ethiopia 0. Very good result for the Super Falcons. Very encouraging result. We saw the moves from the Super Falcons in the second half. I want to give it to them in the second half because they actually changed the face of the game in the second half. We begin to see positional football. We begin to see wing football, the traditional Nigerian wing football. We begin to see coordination in the midfield in the second half, and the Ethiopians just lost their grip on the match. Lost their grip on the match. What the only shot on goal they had was just 1 when the number 11 had that turn against Inamaka. She actually saved that one. That was the only shot on goal. The Super Falcons only dominated them. This is not what we saw in Ethiopia. This is not what we saw in Ethiopia. It's a different Super Falcons. And I want to greet Justice Magudu for putting up this kind of display. But we need to test his technical ability when it comes to big names. This is just an African team, Ethiopian, that a lot of Africans will actually expected us to win override the Ethiopians. But what actually gave me concern was that we went to Ethiopia and we got 1-1 draw. And I was wondering what will happen here back home in Nigeria. But the Super Falcons have done the job. Okay,
to the comment section, we also have cryptocurrency million. Well done, Super Falcons. I'm watching from Johannesburg, South Africa. Well, thank you, cryptocurrency million. We also appreciate you. It's full time in the game between Nigeria and Ethiopia. It's the Super Falcons of Nigeria who have won this game 4-0, and a big victory for the Super Falcons of Nigeria as they are awaiting the victory, the winner, of the game between Cameroon and Uganda. Let's see what that game is currently, what they are currently playing in that game. But at halftime, it was Cameroon leading in that encounter 1-0. And let's see if Cameroon will be getting a victory in that encounter. They need 2 goals they need 2 or more goals against Uganda to come back.
So what is this score now?
It's still 1-0 at halftime between Cameroon and Uganda. So it's still 45 more minutes to go in that encounter before the Super Falcons of Nigeria will know who their next opponent is going to be. Also, our sisters from Ghana are also defeating our sisters from Benin Republic 2-0 right now in Ghana. And it's the 75th minute of that encounter. It's Ghana who are leading 2-0 after winning the first leg 3-0. Big one for the Ghanaians ladies. Still to come, we have the game between Tunisia women national team and Ivory Coast. And we also have Zambia against Mali, Morocco, and Namibia. These are the games for today. Well, it's full time in the game between Nigeria and Ethiopia. 4-0, big victory for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Your final assessment?
Yeah, that's a good one for the Super Falcons. I never expect this margin of goal. I was just expecting a slim victory from the Super Falcons, given the fact that their scoring, ratio is very low. But they've actually proven that they can score as many as 4 goals today. And kudos to the attackers, they shared the goals, apart from Ajibade, who scored the brace. And if you give it the chance, I know she would have scored an hat-trick. Good one for the Super Falcons, and I think our hopes are gradually coming back. And even though with the absence of a wardrobe, let's see how the Super Falcons end the wardrobe issue. Probably they're going to renew his contract. We were thinking today they were going to renew his contract, and I don't know why he didn't come. I know last time the excuse was that he was having an appointment with the U.S. department there. So
everything's looking like he's still going to be the next coach for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Given the looking at the performance of the female World Cup, they gave a good account of themselves. So there's no reason why we shouldn't keep Wadrum. Looking at the Spanish coach Carlos Vela has been appointed as the coach of the Moroccan's national team, which is actually a big one. It shows the progress and the calls being made by African teams, when it comes to female football. We saw Morocco at the World Cup, they gave a good account of themselves also. But, I think they qualified for the second round also, but they couldn't just make it out of it. So it was actually a good account from the Africans at the World Cup. And when you have a big coach like Carlos Vela coming into an African team, it shows how much quality, you know, will be brought into the next Women African Cup of Nations, which will be hosted far away in Morocco. I'm very sure Nigeria will also be there and looking forward to winning their 3rd title.
Yeah, that would be a good one for them to win it. And Nigeria is already gradually getting to the, to qualify for the Olympics. And I want to see them again in the Olympics.
Okay, we also want to see them again in the Olympics. It's a pleasure having you in the studio.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Okay, it's a pleasure having you guys, being with us for the 90 minutes of that encounter between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Ethiopia. That game ended Nigeria 4, Ethiopia 0, and Nigeria will be waiting on the next opponent, which is either Cameroon or Uganda, who are currently playing 1-0 at halftime. Cameroon are leading in that encounter 1-0 at halftime, but don't forget, in the first leg, Cameroon lost 2-0 against Uganda, far away in Uganda. So at the end of 90 minutes, we'll be knowing who the Super Falcons of Nigeria will be playing. We'll be back tomorrow for the EFL, and on Friday, we'll be back in the studios for our Talk Sport, where by that time, we'll have known who the Super Falcons will be playing. I'll be letting you guys know on Friday during the Talk Sport. That's about how much we can take on today's edition of Watch Along on Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Adeyemi Shegun. It's a pleasure having you guys around. Bye for now.